Hi everyone, this is Suzanne Wagner and welcome to the Numerology and the Astrology for September 25th, 2020. If you add all those numbers together, you get a pure 20. And if you add the 2 and the 0 together, you get the number 2. The number 2 is the number of negative mind and critical mind. It's that place where people are going to be hell-bent in order to find fault and in order to justify their own personal biases and preferences. And so there's really no good conversation you can have with anybody today. This is going to be one of those days because the negativity is exploding. And people that you believed maybe from your past that had great intelligence and moral upbringing will continue to shock you as they defend the dismantling of our democracy. Welcome to the horrific divide that is this moment in history and what it is doing to our country. It is a classic story, a story that's been told over and over again, a story that has even more recent historical roots. But I find that so many give up looking at history in favor of bias and prejudice. I have learned how easy it is for some to give up their values and defend that which expresses as great evil. It is that evil that breeds the negativity and the darkness that the others swallow. It thrives by creating a world of mental confusion. It is in that great divide of the mind that evil proliferates, because what the mind wants to believe supersedes the truth, and the gut keeps trying to communicate that truth, but the mind will continue to override it. When you choose in favor of the mind rather than from what your gut is telling you is right or wrong, you abandon the principles of kindness and compassion. And a society ruled by those that have abandoned such core principles is bound to cultivate discord and strife. Today, that is going to be more obvious than it has ever been. The astrology today. The moon is in reasonable and determined Capricorn, and it aligns with Saturn in the evening, pushing your sense of purpose to a much higher level. But the moon will also square Mars in retrograde, and it will give you just a taste of what is to come. And you may not like that taste because some have been poisoned by lies and toxic words to the point that now they will try to push those lies onto others. Do not let others poison your good heart and your moral integrity. You have a duty and an obligation to support independence and freedom in our country, now more so than ever. Expect things to go haywire in social situations as Venus challenges Chiron and Pluto. Saturn and Chiron quintile, helping you feel secure regarding what you are responsible for in the long run. We are all spanning the bridge of tradition and innovation and change. Get those minor things done. You are choosing to be responsible no matter what anyone else will do. I have 3 quotes for today. The first one, you have to do what has to be done. You have to stand for what is right. You have to have the fortitude to refuse to let your mind be corrupted. And my second one today. I have died 1,000 times standing for truth. I have lived without compromise of my principles. I have failed to stop the evil infecting the world. But I would do it again because my soul is intact. And my third one today. Bravery is not beautiful, but it is glorious, as the soul knows that its place in a confusing and dark world. Okay, my blog for today. What does it take to twist the truth to the point that your reality goes against all your personal moral values, all the principles that you hold so dear, and historical facts that prove otherwise? That level of distortion cannot be rationalized because there is no cognitive reasoning going on within that person's mind. The level of brainwashing required that allows someone to throw everything that they believed in and valued away can only be done with consent or a broken soul that collapses into a state of contrition. Either way, it is a soul that has lost its way and is broken. It is not within your skill set to be able to heal them. The process of their own healing will be long, painful, and slow. So release them to their own fate. Let history and experience teach them a lesson. Know that many of those lessons may not come fully around in this lifetime. I know from speaking to those from World War II that lived and experienced the horrors of Germany. They believed, even at 89 years old, that Hitler would save them. They never allowed themselves to believe that they would lose, even faced with the truth that Germany had lost. An 89-year-old, they were still shocked, confused, and divided in their loyalties. Thanks, everyone.